What's up everyone, Zwift has just announced the 2025 edition of the Tour de Zwift, Zwift's biggest tour, and in this video I'm going to be sharing everything you need to know about this upcoming event. Let's dive into the video. Alright, getting right into things, the Tour de Zwift 2025 will be running from January 6th to February 3rd, and it is both a cycling and running event, so both cyclists and runners will be able to participate in the fun, and it will be happening with events happening every hour of the day, and each stage will last a week. So we've got stage 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, not to get us mixed up with the Tour of Autopia, there is no double XP, just some cool unlocks included in this year's tour. And we've also got a makeup week from February 17th to 23rd, so don't worry if you miss an event, you can always make it up later on in the makeup week where there will be events happening every 30 minutes. Now, these events are technically group rides, but don't be surprised if you see a lot of people racing it. I personally will probably be racing whenever I do these events. A lot of people like Eric from Don't Get Dropped Cycling, he loves to race these events, so don't be surprised when you see a lot of riders absolutely shredding it from the gate in these events. Now, we got some new things coming this year for the 2025 edition of the tour, and that includes new unlocks for the Ultimate Challenge, which rewards riders who complete every single distance for every single one of these events, which is going to be quite a challenge because that's going to entail riding some pretty long routes and also finding the time each week to do 3 of these events. Now, in addition to these cool unlocks and this new Ultimate Challenge, we've also got some new route badges and like real routes in general that will be added to the game once the tour is over, and that includes London Flat, which is a pretty short 17-kilometer route, or Outer Scotland 11-kilometer route, and Petit Douai. As usual, there will be XP bonuses for completing these routes and snagging that route badge. Alright, enough about that, and now on to an overview of each of the different stages. Stage 1 we've got running from January 6th to January 12th, and it will have the standard long ride and short ride. So we've got the long ride with the McCurry 40, which is going to be a 40-kilometer route, probably will take riders close to an hour and a half to complete. We've got the standard ride with the Muckle Yin, that's going to be more like a 45-minute route. Then we've got the short ride with the London Flat, which is going to be probably around 30 minutes, and this is a new route for those of you who have not noticed. Next, for stage 2, we've got running from January 13th to 19th, and that is going to have the long ride on Snowman, which is a 44-kilometer route, probably close to around an hour and a half. Standard ride is going to be around 33.4 kilometers, so close to an hour, and the short ride is going to be Outer Scotland, which is going to be 22 kilometers, maybe around 45 minutes. By now, you've probably noticed that the longer rides are going to be close to an hour and a half, while the standard rides are going to be close to an hour, and the shorter rides are going to be 30 to 45 minutes. Stage 3 is going to be on January 6th to January 26th, and it's going to have the long ride on the Big Ring, which is a 51-kilometer route. We've got the standard ride on the Magnificent 8, which is a 28-kilometer route. And then we've also got Island Hopper as a short route for 18 kilometers. Next off, we've got Stage 4 from January 27th to February 2nd, and that is going to cover La Reine, which is a big climbing route, 22 kilometers, 1,180 meters. Then we've got Lustre, 1 lap for the standard route. Also hillier route, this is going to be the Queen stage of the tour, 24 kilometers and 800 meters of climbing. Then the short route is going to be Petit Douai, which is going to be 1 lap and 25 kilometers and 400 meters of climbing. Next off, for stage 5, we've got running from February 3rd to February 9th, and that is going to cover the long ride on New York City at KOM After Party. And then next off, we've got Libby Hill After Party for standard ride, along with Queens Highway After Party for the short ride. So all of these fun after party routes which end on a climbing segment, always fun, especially for those of you who are going to try to race these events. Next off, we've got Stage 6 running from February 10th to February 16th, and that is going to be a bunch of longer routes, but they're also going to be pretty flat. Long ride is going to be Shisha Shakedown, which is going to be 53 kilometers. Standard ride is going to be Coast Crusher at 43 kilometers, and the short ride, not so short, is going to be 27 kilometers. Now, one little tip for that flat stage, be sure to ride the most aero bike you have, and be sure to bunch up with a big group of riders to maximize that draft. Alright, now enough about the different stages and routes, and now on to the unlocks. Most of you guys are probably here for the unlocks. I'm here for the unlocks. We've got a pretty cool new unlock coming this year, and just a quick overview, we're going to be unlocking socks, a beanie, and a kit. Same thing goes for runners. They're going to unlock the same thing, just a running kit instead of a cycling kit. And then we've also got some special unlocks for the Ultimate Challenge. First off, socks. If you complete one stage, you will unlock those 2025 Tour de Zwift socks. Beanie will be unlocked after 3 stages, and then the ride kit will be unlocked after all 6 stages, or run kit after all 6 stages of running. Now, the beanie is a new thing in Zwift, in case you haven't noticed, and that is a pretty epic thing to see. I'll probably be sporting this beanie all winter long on Zwift, so keep an eye out for me. Now, the special unlocks are going to be going to those riders who do complete every single one of the events. So that means you're going to be completing every single stage along with every single sub stage within that. So the regular distance, the long distance, and the short distance, you got to complete all of those in order to get the ultimate challenge unlocks. Now, the ultimate challenge is going to have a special beanie, which is unlocked at 50%. So if you complete half of the events and all of the different disciplines, or different combinations that can get you this beanie, but 50% of the way through this challenge is going to get you that beanie. And then the ultimate challenge kit is going to be unlocked at 100%. So you can see that pictured up on the screen right now to see if those unlocks are really worth your time. Now, that just about wraps up everything you could possibly need to know about the 2025 Tour de Zwift. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section below. If you found this video helpful or useful, please leave a like, subscribe. It really does help support the channel. And with that, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you in the Tour de Zwift. Ride on.